Hello, and welcome back to the island of Dr. Morso, where we just have a bunch of post-game content to deal with now. We finished it up last time. Before we get into it, let's see, explored 100%. Okay, so we didn't miss any secrets, so it's just these three rooms are the missing secrets then. Challenges, how are we doing? Cutscene. Okay, so, again, 3 secrets. So it looks like this is all we have left to do. We had 100% exploration, so I guess that's just so you can do that. Okay. Well, let's go. We needed half a dozen takes for some scenes because of all the bloopers and funny moments. It has been such a joy to make this hold together with the actors. Good morning, Goldie. You're supposed to say woof. Can you please do that? Okay, so we're really committing to this acting thing. Alf mixes up his lines. Cabithro, something weird happened. A woman with a black goat came to me this morning and started to talk about... Black goat? Like... Don't you mean in a lab coat? I guess... we should start over again. Why is this door still closed? Sorry, malfunctioning pulley. Practical joke by the crew. Bunch of flowers. Where's my sword? Okay, well, that was that. Let's check out this place. We'll start with here, I guess. This all started with the idea, why can't we stab serpents in the middle? After all, we have serpents that are non-stabbable, red, tail-stabbable, blue, and head-stabbable, green. I decided to build this. It has been a difficult process to get the scripting right. Basically, you need a group of script characters, NPCs, to act as a single unit. My first approach used a master index number for each Hydra. The master entity, the head of the Hydra, would keep track of everything, next turn, length, etc. But this became very messy very quickly. The left chamber above sketches how this would work. Then I hit on a different approach, placement order. Each NPC is executed in a fixed order, so if a Hydra segment is processed, it can set variables like present and past position, or whether it will die or not. Each segment looks at the position variables of the segment that was processed before, and sets them again for the next segment to use. When our tail segment is processed, the Hydra is closed off. Okay, so yeah, you really have to place these carefully in the editor for this to work. This allows the segments to work independently, leading to comprehensible logic, but also to cooperate automatically by virtue of them relaying their status. Very cool. I am definitely interested in digging into the script a little bit here. What just happened? Something just happened. Let's look at this again. Mimics, okay. Oh, I have to do these in order. Okay, so it doesn't matter. You've seen how Hydra split when segments are killed. The head and tail are immune. Stepping on the hot tile will build a hot tile underneath the Hydra above. Look what happens. Right, only the middle segment burns. This blade activates 3 fire traps. Those are the only entities capable of killing a Hydra completely in line with other serpents' behavior. However, this only works if the head or first body segment are targeted. Right, because of their splitting behavior, anything beyond that would, do what we see over here. spikes are fine too, but I hope you pressed this plate on an even turn. I kind of did. That'll eventually die. Most room elements, this up here, I mean. Most room elements interact like they should, but there are a few exceptions. Speed potions are just weird, of course. Yeah, you have to have a special speed potion character that tracks speed potion status within the room, and then, like, I've dealt with speed potion scripting and stuff before. There might be other ways of doing it, but that's how I do it. So if you have a speed potion active, then you have a separate character that then causes the AI of the monster to only activate every second turn instead of every turn. It's so bad, even showing it in this room would mess things up completely. Yeah. I would imagine. Briar just does not work at all with Hydra. Okay, and... Explosives work when stabbed directly, but when exploding bombs or kegs through a fuse, the Hydra graphics don't update correctly. Okay, well... Let's see this not update correctly. I see. Right, because the endpoints are unkillable, and then the middle segment dies, and then the endpoints realize that there is no middle segment, and then they die. It takes them an extra turn to process that, because that process is after the bomb. The reason for these quirks is that NPCs move after monsters, but before room architecture. Right. So when a mimic stabs a bomb, the effect is processed immediately and all is fine. But when a fuse blows up a bomb, it can't work like it should. For hot tiles, floor spikes, and fire traps, the quirks can be mitigated because the Hydra segments check the spaces around them to predict if preceding or following segments will die. Each segment can then decide to become a new head or tail as needed. For Briar and fuses, predicting what would happen is not realistically possible, so those elements will never work well with Hydra. The script doesn't break, but graphics look bad. Speed potions, finally, can't work at all because processing of NPCs only takes place on full turns and not half turns. Okay, that might actually contradict what I said before. I have worked with speed potions, but anybody who's been watching me play DROD for any length of time or paying any attention when I'm in chat probably knows that the speed potion is my least favorite element in the game. So I mean, there is that. I use them, but I don't enjoy it. Updating the graphics to show half-turn kills is principally impossible. Okay, graphical issue. Now, if I want to kill you, because this room does need to be cleared, thing is, I can't get out. Wait a minute. Briar just does not work at all with Hydra. Okay, you mean serpents should be immune to Briar, but they aren't. I missed that going through here. No, of course, yeah. Because it's not a serpent, it's a bunch of custom scripted enemies that all get, taken out by Briar, because that's how Briar works. Probably the graphics were a bit funny if I had paid attention to that while it was going off as well. So I'm not sure how I'm going to kill you and get out. Oh, I have clone potion. Well, I can't get to the clone potions. Oh, we'll see. Maybe something will be scripted. If you like the Hydra, feel free to use them yourself. Well, I will definitely be putting at least one Hydra room into Purgatory. I will probably be putting... well, I'll put multiple Hydra rooms if I can think of things to do with it, but at least one room will be made. It's easy. The chamber above shows how to place them. Start with the head and make sure that each next segment is also a head and looks towards the preceding segment. Character head Hydra as opposed to just Hydra, yeah. Each segment will automatically associate with the one it is looking at, if it comes directly before it. Each tail segment marks a new Hydra. Okay, so what we're seeing here is that this is a Hydra like this, and this is a Hydra like this. Okay. Hi, I'm check if all Hydra cleared. Good to know. Finally, you need to place a separate NPC that checks for any remaining Hydra segments to see if the room is clear. This NPC must be visible and it should be out of range of any possible stabs, explosions, or other dangers. The check if all Hydra cleared NPC is technically visible, but its sprites are transparent, so you will not see it displayed in the room. The right chamber shows how the movement order of the segments is used to separate the tangle of segments into two distinct Hydra. Right, so turn order also important, and if we check these, 46, 62, 63, 64. Pretty much as expected. 46 to 62 is a bit of a surprise, though. If you would like to use the Hydra on your own hold, just send me, Dying Flutchman, a PM through the Caravel forum, and I'll be happy to help. Okay, so I guess blanket permission. We don't have to actually send Dying Flutchman anything to use if we want to use it. We already have permission to do it. But if we want help with it, we send a message. Maybe. Maybe that's how I'm reading it. So the challenge is probably to find a way to clear this room. At a very early stage, I had the idea of building an island inspired by the novel The Island of Dr. Moreau. If you don't know it, copyright is expired and you can download it right away. What are you waiting for? In the novel, the strange Dr. Moreau creates hideous beasts by vivisecting animals and giving them the capability of speech and rational thinking. It fits the Hydra rather nicely, doesn't it? When I finished the island level, I had so many new ideas that an extra level was needed. However, the island storyline was pretty self-contained, so it was hard to build another level after that from a storyline point of view. Yeah, the second level felt like post-mastery to me, and then it ended up being really big, so... I mean, this also feels like post-mastery, but in a different kind of way. The second level was way too big to be post-mastery. It does make sense the way it ended up being, but... Naturally, I opted for a dream hallucination by Bithra to present at least the suggestion of a consistent story. You didn't even need to do that, but I guess being flawlessly consistent is a part of the DROD experience. In the challenge level, I gathered my remaining puzzle ideas into 4 roughly thematic room sets situated in the royal quarters. Not a great story, but hey, it's basically just pretext for puzzle rooms anyway, which explains pretty much all of DROD, at least the first few games. The story got a little bit more involved and as it went, but the first few games it was pretty much just even where there was a story like Journey to Rooted Hold, where you're going to the end of the hold and it's just like you're searching for the rooted hold, so you're going through 25 levels to get there. Just, you know, why is there a level full of seep suddenly? Oh, just because we needed to put seep somewhere. Like, it doesn't really fit in, but later games did a better job with that. I hope you liked playing this hold. I sure enjoyed building it. Challenge: clear this room, hit the conquer token, and kill the moving monsters. The other monsters are just decoration. Okay. So we have to kill you. Clear the room. Does that involve leaving it? It doesn't say you have to leave. Okay, So... oh, this arrow was... okay, the arrow was removed. So is it clearable from this state, or did I need to do something still? Because you're not really killable. I can put you on a fire trap. I think that's the only way to kill you at this point. Which means using you to hold these down. Well, first of all, that's... yeah, it would work if I... well, you're Hydra, so your movement's going to be weird, but... oh no, I could force it. I mean, I could hit the conquer token. I don't think that's going to kill your tail segment, though. Because that was the whole point of this, being on an even turn. can kill you easily enough. Could have sent you in here to hit the Conquer token. I wouldn't be able to get out, though. And you wouldn't die. So let's restart the room. Yeah, we can keep you alive. That's what it is. Okay. That should be fine. So let's actually pay attention to the Briar this time around. Yep, there we go. And it's going to die next turn? Yeah. Because it got killed in a funny way. So I need to stab it when your head is there. Okay, I can protect you. I can protect your head and your tail don't blow up from the bomb, so you're different than a serpent in that regard. Okay. And you will die to floor spikes.
Ready? Take a death nap?
Okay, Hydra is released. Well, Hydra can get out. Was this timing really bad? Sure was. Let's do that differently. We'll do 3 because he gets the extra turn that way. Okay. That should be enough time. Don't bomb the messenger. Okay, that was kind of fun. Just kind of a neat little extra thing to do. Okay, I was waiting on that. It was like, no turn. Okay, this is going to be in keeping with the, you know, this is right here, Backstage. Yeah, the idea of this being a play with a bunch of props and stuff. Great work, guys. We had a very smooth performance. Come on now. I can't wait for forever. Spare doors. Remember, these are expensive. Only replace doors when a repair is absolutely impossible. Mini miner. Okay, that's from Dugonium, I think. Another hold by the same author. Dressing rooms, okay. We have to reset the stage for the next playthrough. All fire traps should be reset, trapdoors replenished, green doors up again. Sort of prompts. Warning, heavy objects. Use lifting aids. Keep working at it as hard as you can. You never know when the next gamer's going to step in for a playthrough. Potions and tokens. Monster repository, only clean costumes here. This is not a laundry service. let me stab them. And watch out for those Hydra costumes, they cost a fortune. Challenge, clear this room, hit the conquer token. The monsters are just a decoration. In a moment, we have some reading to do. Okay, we can die. Hydra segments handled with care. These are the ones that I can, in theory, damage. Okay, where is the conquer token? In here. We need... I mean... that seems dead easy. The dagger could be a complicating factor, but... I guess we lost our sword. We'll take a different one. Bulldozer wizard. Yeah, I had a feeling that this was the intended way to do that, but I don't know exactly how that element works, so I saw a way to do it, decided to do it. Apologies to the author if you see that. I can get a much higher place on that if I... yeah, you know what, let's just quickly do that. So, the dagger, I think, is supposed to make this impossible because... well, let's try a few things. We waited a turn, and then we went. Is that going to give me... yeah, that works. There we go, that should be relatively fast. Fifth place. Okay, could have done better. Maybe using the bulldozer is faster. Or maybe I missed something. Anyway, bonus scenes. Oh, okay, more acting. Sure. Several scenes could regrettably not be included in this hold. This bonus room allows you to see them anyway. Finally, a quiet moment. Ethro, we finally got you. Uh-oh. You've run into our ambush, and now we will cut you to pieces. Wait, there's Hydra right behind you. Where? DROD. Aha, got you. A band of rogue mimics attacks Beethro on the island. Actors kept being wounded during the complicated fight choreography. Recording sessions had to be cancelled. Sure. Challenge, clear this room, hit the conquer token, the monsters are just decoration. Alright, where is a conquer token? In here, okay. You must be Dr. Morso. I am Beethro, and I've come to apologize. You can call me Natasha, by the way. At first, the Hydra were just a quaint experiment from an angry young girl. But then, the Hydra turned against me. I managed a narrow escape from the island, but the Hydra got away as well. Now I must try to repair the damage I've done. I guess you should then. What am I supposed to do? I need you to clean out the Hydra. I'm a scientist, not a delver. I can help you with that for sure, and when we're done? When this is finally over, I want to do good for the 8th. I want to open a kitten orphanage. Wow, can I join you, Natasha? Of course you can, let's run off together. And flowers, I want to set up a flower shop. Beethro and Dr. Morso reconcile and decide to build a better life together. This scene has not made the final cut. When adding an extra layer of psychological depth, it is also a way to Melodramatic. There, I've got to reach the surface soon. Underwater showdown between Bithro and the aged Hydra martial art teacher. This scene could never be fully recorded due to Union regulations forbidding the crew to work underwater for more than 2 hours. Okay. I like the aesthetic here. This is nicely done. Goldie commands, Hydras of the 8th, we must unite. We must fight. This is our chance to rule the world. What do we want? War. When do we want it? Now. But first, we must suffer. There are traitors among us. Guards, bring in the Delver. Oh no. Who's in charge now? I'll kill you all, you filthy creepers. Goldie commands the Hydra army. Working out the details of Goldie's rise to power would necessitate a commercially unfavorable hold length. That's like a reminder that I should be working on entry point, isn't it? We consider releasing this idea as a separate feature-length hold. Well, I mean, I guess you could. So, are you a clone? Character Bithro. Okay. Well, that I can surely get a first place tie on. Can I not enter with my sword facing a different way? I guess not. That room wasn't cleared. Is there a seating beacon in here or something? Clear the room. Oh, there are. Okay. The throne. Well, that's going to make this a bit harder. Is it? I mean, that's the fastest possible turn, so... That's a problem. Yeah, that's a big problem. How do I turn those off? Is there a tunnel? No. Well, that's unfortunate, because now I think scripting's involved. Wall, we can't break through. I can go in here and get a different weapon. Okay, that's what it is. Wondering what that's for. I'm feeling really meta now. These don't matter, right? Let's just do that. Probably staff is the best. Oh, you're immune to hot tile. That's unfortunate. Then I happen to put you right where you're most in the way. Okay, well you're not going to make this easy for me, are you? Fine. Do that first. Why is it so dark suddenly? So we need you. So let's get rid of these guys. You don't need to be that far away, but that's where I've decided to put you. Alright. You... Good enough. Room has been... Breaker of the fourth wall. Old mastered. Excellent. Hold complete wall. And of course that's a first place tie because you hit the token first, and then nothing matters after that point. Okay, well that was the Island of Dr. Morso. I guess... Oh dear. Always a mess. This is the one we want to look at, right? So we can look at... this is something else. Characters. Okay, well, stuff. So, I mean, we can look at the scripting. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this right now. Alright, the characters don't have anything, of course. But, as you can see, it's a lot of script. Alright, well that was the Island of Dr. Morso. I will see you next time for another hold.